Hiya, welcome to 18th week. Most of the conversation this week has been about what the hell have you done to your beard, Sean? Well, I'll tell you what I've done to my beard. It's red and white, it's Christmas. As we all know, Santa Claus is a Saints fan, hence St. Nicholas. So it's my little tribute to Saints and Santa Claus. Does it get any better? The big man in red and white is a Saints fan, and he'll be bringing me my cheap aftershave and socks. So that's what I've done it. But what it also is about is confidence, because I wouldn't have done this a year ago, because I think I was drawing enough attention to myself with my physique, shall we say. However, that's what it's all about. I've had another cracking week, but before I tell you, I've done one or two little vids, hopefully not too serious, but about discipline. Check them out. Big Sean's tip of the week is your first week. When you start a diet, and I'm certainly not going to tell you to start a diet now with Christmas around the corner. Obviously, we've got far too much temptation coming our way. But when you do, New Year's resolutions, whatever, start that first week and stick to that first week. It's the most important week of everything you've done. Now, this is my 18th week. And and I've said that you don't necessarily, you do need willpower, but it's that first week. If you can get through that first week, like I said, you then get in the zone, and then you start your exercise, obviously gently at first. Certainly for people that were grossly overweight like me, then obviously check out with your doctor. But it will become easier, and when you get on those scales don't lie. If you've been good, then those scales will be good to you. And of course, the other advantage of exercise, it does release chemicals in your brain, which make you feel happier. And certainly in my case, a happier Big Sean is an easier guy to live with. Just ask my wife. So, like I said, Big Sean's tip of the week, that first week, just get through that first week. That's an order, okay? Just a little word on how I discipline myself at times. Saints played Newcastle today away, and they, I would have bit your hand off for a point before the start of the game, because Newcastle have been playing very, very well. And basically, to cut a long story short, we got the draw that I was hoping we would at least get. And this is sat down in the club watching it, and then all of a sudden I started feeling, I could murder a pint now, and I'd sit there umming and ahhing, fighting me left shoulder, fighting me right shoulder. In the end, I just think, no, you're going to give in, Sean. Yeah, I know you're going to give in. So what I done was left the club, and I've come home and decided to stay in. That's the way I deal with things. When I feel I can't confront the problem, I'll walk away from it, and that's what works for me. There you go, discipline. I know it's perhaps not always right to walk away, but I know when this evil chap in there is playing tricks on me, so I walked away. And consequently, making decisions like that is why I'm going to stand here now and tell you about another cracking result. So let's get down to business. Apologise about the light. I'm sorry if it's a bit dark. I've had a bulb go, but I think it's okay, what I can see. Right. £4.5 off this week. That makes me 19 stone £6, which has given me a total weight loss of 7 stone £8. For our American friends, that's £106 off. Talking of which, when I saw last week's video, I thought, I didn't make no comment about £100 off. I hit my century, which this is especially for Oliver Behegan, which is more than some of your lads are doing out in Australia. So, but I wish him all the best, of course I do. So yeah, another great week. Nothing's changed. Just stuck to it. Like I said, bit of discipline. I had to be a bit hard with myself a couple of times this morning. It pouring down with rain out there, but I still made myself go out. Yeah, I'm not going to stand here. I'm never going to be one of these guys that's going to stand here and say, you can do it, it's easy. It's not easy, it's hard. But like I said about the first week, get through that first week. You through that first week, you're on your way. My first week, I lost 18 pounds. Can you imagine? All right, I'm a giant of a man. Thankfully, not so big now. How I felt, 18, just that 1 week of real willpower and discipline. And like I said, then it becomes easier and easier and easier. You do have to use discipline all the time, all the way through. And when I get to target, I will have to continue with discipline. But I've got so many friends out there now supporting me. This is really cool. By the way, I've had one or two people say, don't you think you've lost enough? I'm still 19, just under 19 and a half stone. No, I haven't lost enough. And no, I won't start looking ill. I'll just look thinner. Okay. That's about it for this week. No, I've got no Christmas parties or anything, actually. So apart from Christmas Day and Boxing Day, I think I've got it quite easy, actually, as far as the willpower and discipline is concerned. So that's all positive. So, as usual, please share. The views were back up again last week, which is fantastic. And it really is, really exciting. I'm buzzing again. I do repeat myself a lot, don't I? But improvisation. Have I said that before? Yeah, I have, haven't I? Take care, everyone. Be healthy. Like I said, share. End of 19th. See you next week. Hope you enjoy the little credits at the end. Have a little look, and at the beginning, I've been geeking around with the apps. Take care. Bye.